I am Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher 33. And in the Star Wars movie Revenge of the Sith, the evil Emperor Palpatine tells a story to a young Anakin Skywalker, a story of a Sith Lord named Darth Plagueis that learns the power of cheating the fate of death itself. He learns the power of immortality of the material body and immortality of the false self, the persona, the personality. And this desire to conquer the natural process of death leads to the downfall of Anakin Skywalker. It corrupts his soul, as ultimately the desire to conquer the natural process of death is rooted in the fear of death, which this fear is rooted in the perception that this five-sense reality is all there is. Now, this tale from a Star Wars movie is not just fiction, as there are powers that be on this earth that seek to preserve the false self, the persona, eternally by downloading it to a computer. And there are also those that seek to preserve the material body forever. There are those who seek to hack the natural process of death. But the mystic, the spiritual mystic, doesn't fear death. In fact, the mystic looks at death as the ultimate event that one prepares for all of their life, as a life that one has lived well, that one has lived with purpose, that one has connected to the myriad of human experiences, and a life that's rooted in love. Love and appreciation for the life process, love for family, for friends, and a life lived out of love is indeed a life well lived. And when it's time to move on to the next chapter, there is no fear. One is not controlled by fear. I've had the fortune of spending time with someone when they passed on. And their ultimate sadness, I believe, was leaving me behind because I didn't want to let them go. But I've come to believe, once again, that our life process is sacred and the death process is sacred as well. And this fear of death and this fear that our body and our personality is all there is one of the ultimate mechanisms of control, one of the ultimate mechanisms of limiting people and living far beneath their potential and always jumping through hoops that manipulative controllers place in front of them. So, it's something worth meditating on, as in the West, this idea that our life as we know it is going to come to an end someday. It's not something that the Westerner wants to think about, but it's something I've been thinking about. Again, this has been a theme that hit me over this past week, just information coming in to meditate on the nature of this process. And I don't claim to know all the answers, at least not knowing from the place of my personality, but I do have faith, I do have belief, and I do have an inner knowing that transcends beyond. And it's not my place to tell you what that is. But I do want to encourage you to meditate on what you value in this life. Meditate on your purpose. Meditate on how you're spending your time and energy. Reflect on that. Are you living out of love? Are you living out of a connection to purpose? Or are you living out of this fear of death? Fear of avoiding a natural process of existence. Be strong, be well, and I will see you on the other side, my friends.